G'day legends, James here from Gamma Flare and welcome to the GT3 Winter Series at Watkins Glen International. The engines are roaring, the pressure is building and the Winter Series is officially underway. Race 1 wasted no time delivering the drama. Jensen Bade launched to the front while the pack fought tooth and nail behind him. Then a heavy wall impact threw the midfield into chaos. Out front, Bade never looked back, taking victory on the final lap, ahead of Darren Lobb in second, while Connor Franson completed the podium in third. In race 2, all hell broke loose. A massive pile-up erupted and added to the drama. Then Kyle Bork was pitched into a huge spin as Watkins Glen became a battle of survival. Through all the chaos, Jensen Bade delivered a flawless performance, completing the weekend's sweeps victoriously, with Jordan McDonnell following home in second and Sean McNamara, who, let's just say, drove a composed race to secure third. What a way to launch the Winter Series. But this is only the beginning. Up next, Oran Park, where fresh battles and more bold moves are waiting. For the full race call, we're handing things over to the incredible team at the Broadcasting Lounge. That's all from Gamma Flare. Keep it pinned, keep burning rubber, and we'll catch you at the next track, legends.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to SuperCars NZ GT3 Winter Series Round 2 here from Oran Park. We're broadcasting this to YouTube, Sky 83, and now Twitch. Hope you're all going to enjoy some great race action. My name is Brandon Stark, and alongside me is Shane White. Shane, welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks, Brandon. It's good to be here. Still drying out from the rain at Winton on Tuesday night, but I am so excited to be in the lounge tonight for some epic racing at Oran Park. Tight little track with well over 40 cars, I'm going to say.
Yeah, very well over 40 cars. I think we are set for some amazing race action. Also joining us tonight in the producer's chair is Wayne Bloor, and it is going to be an awesome race for sure. Let's take a look at our track map quickly before we get into the details of this race. You can see there in the right-hand side of the screen, it is a very short little circuit, and I think we are set for some great race action there. I'm interested to see how packed that track map's going to be for tonight. Of course, tonight we'll get through some of the rules tonight. Two race format tonight. Race 1 is 20 minutes with a CPS involved, and then race 2 will be a 30-minute race. Top 10 invert, also a CPS window involved in that one. And of course, don't forget, we have some great events coming up. This weekend is the Mugello 450. That is, unfortunately, as well. Some numbers are looking really good there, Shane, I believe.
Yeah, we're getting the sign-ups coming in. We're over halfway full on the grid, so get in, don't miss out. I don't have the dates handy at the moment, but I can find them. But it's not too far away now. We're getting close into that, and it is coming up. First race on the 16th of August, so we're into July now. So it's officially next month.
Yeah, it is very, very close. Now, just a couple of key points for everyone to note, of course, as we see qualifying get underway. A couple of key points of this circuit. So, opened up in February of 1962 and went running until 2008, 2009. Of course, we know hosted supercars for a long, long time. And thankfully, we have it here on the sim with us so we can relive and sort of create our own little moments for us all to enjoy. couple of key pass opportunities is the brake zone into turn 1 off the main straight, entry into T6, the slow hairpin at turn 9, and braking into the stadium section at turn 12. Crucial thing here, Shane, is all about smooth transition, especially coming off this back end of the circuit here, past the bridge.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very much a flow track, especially once you get out of that bridge section. So you got your slow corners through the figure 8 section, and then you come out of there over the bridge, and you got high speed sweeping corners. And it's important to keep up the momentum while making sure you're not going too fast and picking up some understeer or even worse oversteer as the rear end comes around.
Yeah, and of course we know how unforgiving the grass on iRacing can be, because once you touch that stuff, you're sliding everywhere. So on board now with Jaco Finta, he comes up towards the bridge. Let's see how he flows over the top of this. Just see how bumpy it is. Here we go through the S's now, through the back end of the course here, down through 7, 8, and 9. Bit of a slide on for Jaco as he just comes now down into turn 9. There we go. Now you got to watch here. You see a lot of elevation changes, guys, so you got to watch out for that. Here we go through 10 and 11, up over the top and down in towards turn number 12, the stadium section, if you will, to end the lap. So it's going to be a fast lap for sure. You can already see there on the timing tower, 1 minute 3 is our benchmark time for Connor Franson at the moment, followed closely by Jensen Bade, who was very, very tough at the last round at Watkins Glen. Also, one to note, this is our first round where we're paying points. So last week was a non-points paying round. However, that didn't stop us from enjoying a multi-million-dollar car wreck that we all got to witness. But of course, now it's points paying round, so now the seriousness will take over as Robert Henry comes across in the Mercedes AMG. Last season ran the Lambo and has decided to change tactics. Same with Reese Wakefield now, also jumping from one big V8 to another, jumping into a BMW. Don't forget, we've also got a few comps lined up as well. We have the Get a Sim contest as well. We'll bring you some more details to that once we have some more information, of course. And also, if you want to get involved with this league as well, you look at this and you think, oh, GT3s and some great racing and great racetracks. Don't forget to sign up at the Sim Racing Hub app, which you can get on your mobile device. Go and check that out. All your information you need is there. Well, Shane, some big names joining us here tonight for Oran Park Racing. Of course, Dylan Shepherd here in the Audi, switching cars as well from Porsche last season. But yeah, some big names joining us as well, and a lot more real life drivers stepping into it as well, having their go at this.
Yeah, certainly plenty of real life drivers and some massive iRatings out there as well. We've got Connor Franson again at the top of qualifying. He actually qualified third last week, I believe. He's at the top so far this week with a 9,000 iRating. He is our highest iRating in there, but we've also got Hugo Allen on 8,500, Darren Lobb on 6,028. Russell Petrel on 5,577. There's some massive numbers out there, and a lot of guys that do plenty of officials and also do really well in those officials to maintain some super high I range there. You can see those numbers coming up down the list there.
Yeah, absolutely amazing stuff, and you can just you look at someone's I rating that high, and you think, geez, like how much racing do they got to do to get up that high? But of course, as you say, they've got to be a part of a lot of official racing. Of course, if you're new to iRacing, basically you can log on any time of the day and go racing. It just doesn't matter, as long as you can get into a session with a few other like-minded drivers who all want to go racing, you can have some fun. Jay Lingard in the KSR liveried Mercedes there, just parking it up on the side, finishing his lap. Back to Robert Henry now. See what he can do as he Comes through the laps, coming up towards the back end of the lap now. So 20 seconds left, and then we're going to go into a hard cut. So we'll see if he can make it to the line.
Yeah, he's pushing it
Down.
pretty tight. It will cut off right at that 15-minute mark. Is he going to make it?
No,
Oh, he's coming to the
decided
pits anyway.
And that's one thing to watch out for as well there, Shane. I mean, look how tight that pit lane entry is.
Yeah, it's super tricky. They put a little chicane in there to make sure that if you do have any issues coming into pit lane, that you're going to hit the wall before you get anywhere near hurting anybody that's standing in the pits.
Yeah, certainly will. So we're going to be going through. We'll wait for the session to tick over. We'll run through the top 10 for you as we line it on through. So rolling start, of course, is the way to
Breaking
go.
news! Breaking news! Connor Franson has exceeded the lap limit in qualifying and is going to have to start from pit lane.
Oh, no. Oh, someone's been naughty already, and we haven't even started yet. Wow. Okay, breaking news for everyone watching. Oh, Connor's been a naughty boy, so that means Jensen Bade will lead us away in
He
his
certainly will.
Ferrari.
There was one other car number that was read out as having to start from pit lane as well. I didn't quite catch who that was, but certainly Connor, the standout there. He has joined the grid, so not quite sure he's heard that instruction from race control.
So,
He is getting that reminder now.
okay, so there you go. So he's now he's now been told, no, you have to start from the pit lane, my friend. So we'll quickly run through the grid. Just wait for a couple more to join in. It won't be too long now before we get racing, so they better get on through. So Jensen. Okay, so let's take a look at our grid for now. Jensen Bade will now be our new pole sitter in the Ferrari, followed by Alex Sprague in the Lamborghini next to him. Jordan McDonnell in the Ferrari out the back there, starting next to Hugo Allen, a 86 champion in New Zealand. Sebastian Bade supposed to be starting next to him, but I think he's also one that may have gone the pit lane start as well. So that will leave Reese Wakefield in 5th in the BMW, teammate Dylan Shepherd in the Audi in 6th. Next to him, Darren Lobb for Ferrari out of P7. Adam Hughes back in the Mustang out of P8. Sean McNamara, admin for SuperCars NZ out of P9. And Nicholas Peck in the other Mustang for P10. Here we go. Lights on. Lights out. We go racing. Look at how they're already fan out. 3, 4, 5 wide. Jensen Bade leads them away. Here we go through turn 1. Hold on to your seats. Already carnage in the background. We've already had some carnage in the background. Let's see if they can all get through there. You can see a couple of cars ducking into the infield there, trying to get back on safely. Here we go. Oh, look at them all battling away. They're all trying to come through under the bridge there. This is one of the few tracks in the world that feature this little feature here where you can go under and over on the same piece of track. Here we go. Sebastian Jensen Bade leads them away. Alex Sprague in 2nd. Jordan McDonnell in 3rd. Oh, this is absolutely crazy. What a start. What a start, Shane.
Absolutely. Looks like Philip Antone and Jaco Vente caught up in that turn 1 crash. Heard a drive-through penalty for Jay Lingard as well. He was the other car that was pit lane start. He didn't follow that instruction, so he's going to have to take a drive through the pits. Saw Dylan Shepherd get a great start as well. He ran down the grass trying to make ground on lap 1, and I think he just had to back out of that, but he got a flyer initially and just ran out of places to go. But Jensen Bade absolutely in control, starting by himself off the pole as we saw Connor Franson have to start from the pit lane there.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shame there for Connor. So my apologies to Sebastian Bade, who I thought was the other driver that having to stop from the pit lane on board now with Adam Hughes getting pushed out wide by Jordan McDonald. Now on the heels now is Nicholas Peck looking up the rear of Adam Hughes. Mustang versus Mustang. Oh, bit of a switch there, trying to get around. On the outside, not really a pass opportunity, but you can set up one potentially down to 12. I'll stay on board here with Nicholas Peck, see if he can make something stick. So lap 2 already. It's a short lap here at Oran Park. Here we go, into the stadium section.
Yeah, super short lap. Coming out of the final corner, Nicholas Peck looking for P7 early in this race, challenging Adam Hughes, but he's just had a loss of momentum off the final corner. Had a bit of a moment there, and Darren Lobb now all over his gearbox. This is such a tight battle pack. Sean McNamara just hanging around in the background there as well. Led laps at Winton on Tuesday night with a bold strategy call that paid off big time.
Yeah, and also Sean, don't forget, potentially was sandbagging last week in the GT3s, getting to start off the top for race 2 at Watkins Glen. If he stays where he is now, he gets the pole position for the next race here at Oran Park Raceway. So we'll see how the strategy goes for Sean McNamara in the McLaren. So far, fastest lap of the race belongs to Alex Sprague in the 103.5 at the moment. Field's getting a little bit of a spread out at the moment. Here we go, back to this battle at the front. Reese Wakefield. Looking at the back there, Hugo Allen. So it looks as though Jensen and Alex have run away with this one a little bit. Looking a bit further down the grid, Russell Pepperell in 11th. Joining us here tonight for Trans-Tasman Racing. Hopefully we'll see him around a little bit more in this field. Oh, we got a spinner. Oh,
big one.
Big one. What's the rejoin? Oh, I think there was contact. I think there was contact.
Coming through the dog leg, and he's just dropped it there.
Oh, okay, watch it. What's the rejoin?
Oh.
Oh, that was close. Not too sure who that might have been. Might have been Dan Turner.
Yeah, it was definitely very close. If there wasn't contact, that was very close to being contact. He might have just got away with it. I'm not sure. Oh, Russell Pepperell wide and into the wall at the final corner. That's going to cost him a couple of positions.
He's dropped a couple now as well. Bit of a shame. We've got Sebastian coming out of the pit lane now. Going to join right into the line of traffic. He looks like he's going to stop there. Maybe look for a gap. Smart move for Sebastian there. Also, a quick little shout out to a couple of our other sponsors. Forgot to give them a shout out at the top of the show. Gamma Flare is one of our fantastic sponsors on board. Fantastic to have them back on board with us. Of course, we also have MRP Sim Racing Sports as well.
Jensen Bate at the front has gone around. There was contact. He's gone into the wall at Momo Corner.
Oh, no. Okay, so apologies. We'll have to come back to our sponsors a little bit later on. Big developments here. What's happened? Replay here. That looks like one of the KSL boys.
Around the lap car and just parked on the apex there. Oh,
Jensen will be spewing. That is something he's not going to enjoy. He's going to try and limp it. The car's crabbing. Trying to limp it back to the pits. Oh, look at that steering. That is big left hand down.
He's just made it back to pit lane on the live, but he was, say with this replay, Wayne, because he was so crabbing so much through the pit entry that he's actually clipped the tyres on the way through that little chicane.
Here we go. Oh, geez.
Just that crabbing made his car so wide, he literally couldn't get through there without hitting anything.
Damn, that would have hurt big time for Sebastian, for Bailey at the moment. Oh man, that's big. Back on live now. Jaco Finter trying to fend off Jed Adams at the moment. Oh man, that sucks. There you go. There's the KSR car there in the back now.
So so that obviously promotes Alex Sprague to the race lead. Hugo Allen, though, showing very good pace at the moment. I think about 2 or 3 laps in a row now, he's set the fastest lap, and he's closed that gap to Alex Sprague down to under a second. So we're still going to see a battle for the lead here.
Oh, definitely are. But looking third, fourth, and fifth, it's OPR and Gamafly all together. Reese Wakefield with Dylan Shepherd and Adam Hughes. So the OPR boys back to being what they were last season, been stuck all together and working together to get up the front. So we'll see how my lap plays. Reese Wakefield now coming on some lap traffic now, flashing the headlights, trying to get through. Bit of a gap to his teammates and Shepherd and Hughes. Audi versus Ford, 2 completely different cars. Oh, okay. Not too sure what happened there.
Potentially he's picked up a slowdown somewhere by the look of that, because he's back on it now.
Okay, so he would have had to serve that slowdown. That was a pretty big place to stop there. Darren Lobb in the Ferrari. Real life driver out of South Africa. Now part of this fantastic race here for the GT3s. A multi-time champion with the SuperCars NZ community.
Hearing a few cars requesting to tow. They've been given permission to tow, so I think Race Control continuing with their policy from last season with these heat races that the shorter first race is not going to have safety cars, but we may well see a safety car in the longer second race.
Yeah, may do. On board now with Vota Bota out of New Zealand as well. Running in 10th. Good position there currently for the McLaren. We're only less than 2 minutes away from the pit window opening. We'll see who decides to make a pit stop and get it early on out of the way. Got someone coming out of the pit lane there at the moment. I think that was maybe right off. Nope, sorry, that was Russell Pepperell. So Russell Pepperell in the back there. Seeing this battle here, we'll go through a few of the other cars. Jaco Fenter in P12, followed by, he's got a couple of cars in between him. That Ferrari there behind him is what I think was coming out of the lane. Not too sure who that be, but Aaron Timpoli in the Porsche, flashing the headlights, trying to get past. And then followed by Jet Adams and then Brett O'Keefe. So a lot of close battles here between a few of the cars. Going to spread out a little bit more. And then this is what we were talking about earlier, Shane. I mean, look at the field spread that we have. We've got cars everywhere.
Yeah, I would very much love to see the track map at the moment.
See if we can get that up for you there. Look at
that. Wow. Cars absolutely everywhere. That's what you're talking about there, Brandon. The field spread around here, and 40 plus cars. In fact, I think we're nearing 50 cars tonight on such a tight little circuit, and that's what it looks like when it does start to spread out a little bit. Got a little bit of a gap there with the car coming through the final corner now to the next car just coming through the dog leg. That's about it.
Yeah, that's all we can. That's literally the only gap you can see right now, and it looks like now pit stops are now underway. We've surpassed the 10-minute mark now. This looks like one of those colourful like snakes there, Shane. Multicolored.
Yeah.
And he's just going through. He's just playing follow the leader right now. That's literally all we can say about it.
And it really will be a lot of follow the leader around here as well, because it's such a hard track to pass around. And I've never actually raced around here in a GT3 car. I'm talking about supercar, it's hard to pass. These cars have a lot more aero, so it's harder to follow through these high-speed corners. It will be even harder to position yourself for the pass on these cars.
Oh, certainly will, Shane. I reckon these are going to be some of the hardest. This is probably the most difficult combo you can come up with GT3s around here, around Oran Park. I mean, it is so small. And looking at some of the other tracks we go to later on in the season, we're going to have some pretty fantastic racing at some of those other tracks. Louis Robertson now comes into the pits for his pit stop. Jensen Bade, after that big off, finds himself in 25th at the moment. Will try and make himself go further up the grid. Currently looking at some movers and shakers. Shane Edgar.
Oh.
Whoa, look at that. Oh, that was close. Woo.
But
Now
it's
that's something you got to watch for.
super tricky here as you feed
Oh,
into the
yeah.
outside of turn 1. You're off the racing line as you come onto the track initially, but that racing line very quickly comes back across to the right as you're setting up for turn 2 there.
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's one thing you got to watch for. Look at that. Look at that. There's a perfect shot there. Thanks to our producer Wayne for bringing us this shot. See now as Louis comes out of the pit lane. Oh, right
And
there.
you can
You got cars
see
screaming past you.
those cars on track edging across to the right, trying to cheat that little bit of extra ground into the pit exit as well to open up the left-hander at turn 1 as well. That's
Yeah,
so tight.
that is absolutely insane. Currently, Shane Edgar up 33 positions. Of course, don't forget we got multiple people trying to stop here in this one. Back on board with Jensen Bade, looking to see if he can make some moves stick. He's got Russell Pepperell in front of him. So this is a battle. See if they can make it through. Ferrari versus McLaren. A couple of fantastic GT3 machinery, an iconic GT3 machinery. Hugo Allen still leads this one. 102.4 is the fastest time of the race. Here he comes through now. Hasn't made the decision to stop yet. Built a bit of a gap now to Alex Sprague. Recently.
I think we
Yeah,
I
so
think we-
one pit stop.
I think we may have missed something with Alex Sprague there because I'm sure he was ahead of Hugo Allen. Hugo was chasing him down. I was trying to work out if somebody had pitted, but I think Hugo may have had an incident out there somewhere because he had been pulling away as well at one point,
I
and
think
now Hugo is in the lead.
I think you might be right there. Shane, here we go. Look at this. So we missed this. Hugo Allen dive of the inside to 2. Oh, got to watch for the retweet. He's in the back
gone a
there.
bit wide, I think.
It's one of the Mercs there in the background. Yeah, I think Alex just saw Hugo coming and decided to let him go, and then I think that's just let Hugo go. I think Hugo's just found some pace in that Lamborghini and has gone on through Reese Wakefield, getting past a couple of cars there as well. So, yeah, lap traffic playing big coming into this one at the moment. You can just see some of the gaps on the left-hand side of your screen there on the timing tower. Some big battles happening in this one. Oh, big off there. Who was that? It's one of the Mustangs. Not too sure who that was. That's just had himself a bit of a moment. Sebastian. I think that was Sebastian Bade. I think that might have been Sebastian Bade. That's just had a bit of a moment. So top 12 still to make a pit stop in this one. We're 5 minutes down from the end. Dylan Shepherd now in the Audi trying to chase down Darren
Yes,
Lobb.
we obviously have that pit window opening at 10 minutes. There's no close time of the pit window except that you obviously have to get it done before the end of the race. Couple of cars off just before the final corner here. Sebastian Bade and the Mystery Machine Mercedes there as well.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's happened there. Sebastian now stopping at the final corner.
Might be just trying to stay out of the way by the look of it.
Is he trying to...
Or potentially redressing with the Mystery Machine car there, although he's gone on with it ahead of him now, so strange.
Okay, so I think we're going to have a bit of confusion in that one. Looking at our Supercars NZ, the resident admin, Sean McNamara.
Yeah, he's given up that reverse grid pole position currently. He's sitting in 7th position and still yet to pit, so we'll see where he filters out when he does pit. Sean was very vocal in the post-race interview last week about the strategy being to pit as late as you possibly can, as Phil and turn going up the inside there and give him some space there Still P9s, so was that a lap car maybe? I don't think that was for position.
Yeah, I think that might have been a lapped car there. Look in the background there. This is one thing I love about Oran Park. Yeah, Shane, look in the background. So you can focus on one bit of race action, but in the background you've got other cars racing around this track. So something good to keep an eye out for. Hugo Allen now comes into the lane. Alex Sprague will follow. That'll leave Reese Wakefield out in the lead to take over the lead from this one. A few more cars might be coming in as well. So Reese Wakefield gets let go in the BMW. Pit stop's not coming in. Sean McNamara is in as well. So we'll see where they come out in terms of this one. Look how close, like how enclosed that pit lane entry is. That is so tight. You cannot go too wide into that pit. Run down. iRacing can scan this place. I mean, they've left the broken concrete as well with it. So that's quite cool.
You see the sparks off the concrete there too. That's why it's broken. That's why it's been chipped away, because cars keep clipping the bloody thing.
I think if you'd have owned this track, I think you would have gone, you know, just leave it. We'll just let it be. We'll let that be part of the character of this racetrack.
Oh, there's someone in the wall there in the background.
Looking back now at Russell Pepperell, Trans-Tasman Racing. See what's happened. So Russell here in the McLaren. Through turn one he goes, braking into two. So it doesn't look like anything there. Back to life, Dylan Shepherd currently sitting in third. And Darren Lobb, look at Adam Hughes now caught up in a bit of the traffic. I think that was Blake Greenhall. And that might have helped Darren Lobb get further up. Now it's boxed in Dylan Shepherd a little bit. We got a minute left. These guys still have to pit, I think. They do. Top four still have to pit.
Yeah, they need to get in now. They don't have a lot of time.
Okay, here we go. We'll stay on board with this one. Do they get in or do they miss the window? Here we go. Okay, so it'll be a race for the pits. Let's see who is going to take over. Hugo Allen will be taking over the race lead, hopefully, for this one. If the timing tower is correct. Here's Hugo Allen here. So he comes around the corner.
Looking back over the rear wing of Hugo Allen, I think he should have this one covered. Possibly going to see those cars filing out in a moment, but no, he's got a decent gap over them. So Hugo Allen returns to the race lead with a 2-second gap over Reese Wakefield and should be on the final lap now.
Yeah, should be. So Alex Sprague's dropped down one. Jordan McDonald's gone up to 4. Adam Hughes, Darren Lobb, and Dylan Shepherd have dropped to 5th, 6th, and 7th, respectfully. But look at this. Sprague's got a... Oh, no, sorry. So Jordan's there. So there's a couple of lapped cars in between Alex and Jordan. Here we go. Checkered flag is out. So this is the last lap. Hugo Allen coming around for some more, coming up to some lap traffic. Oh, big spin. Oh no. Oh,
he's got to go off the track to get around it, but he's got enough of a gap. He should be okay here.
He should be right. I'm not too sure if he's copped a slowdown for that one. But around the final corner comes Hugo Allen in the Lambo. Here we go. Hugo Allen will claim the first points of the season and will take race 1. Reese Wakefield comes home for P2. Alex Sprague for P3. And Jordan McDonald will come across the line in P4. Looking back to Adam Hughes for P5. Darren Lobb in P6 in the Ferrari. Dylan Shepherd or battle here with Sean McNamara and Russell Pepperell. How's this going to end? Russell's just tapped the wall in the exit. Dylan Shepherd will hold on for P7. P8 goes to Sean McNamara. Russell Pepperell for P9. Jaco Fenter gets P10 in the McLaren, and that'll mean he'll start on pole for the next one. Philip Antunes just missed out on the pole position for the next race coming up fairly shortly. What a race, Shane. That was awesome.
Yeah, it doesn't matter for Hugo Allen whether it's a Toyota 86 around Highlands or a Lamborghini Huracan GT3 around Oran Park. He's bloody quick and he's taken the win here tonight.
Absolutely awesome stuff. So we've got so many drivers up and down the grid. A lot of them, unfortunately, finish multiple laps down. But fantastic to see Hugo Allen get the dub there. So quick little 5-minute warm up, and we'll be back for race 2. Well, we'll shoot over to. So we've just been told safety cars have now might we might have the safety cars out for a bit of a hoon for 5 minutes. All right. So we're going to quickly go to a quick little video promoting all ports, and we will be right back. No, it's just a picture. All right. So we're back now to continue SuperCars NZ GT3s round 2 from Oran Park. And Shane, I'm going to throw a question your way. How did you find that one? I mean, that was if you could sum it up in one word, what would you sum it up as?
Hectic. There was plenty of action going on all over the track. I could not work out where to look a lot of the time during that. There was just so much going on. I think Wayne wants to say something, but he just turned his mic on.
Yeah, pretty hectic. That was good stuff. Cool race and exciting little track and cars everywhere. That's yeah, loving this, loving tonight, loving Supercars NZ, and yeah, we're humming. It's mean.
Absolutely awesome stuff. I think Wayne, you're going to have struggle now in the next one. I mean, we have a 30-minute race coming up, so you're going to be. I think you're going to have some dead fingers by the end of the night, there, mate. I don't think you'll be able to click any more buttons.
Shall we see if Chris Thomas is keen for a bit of a hot lap if he stays out? How does that sound? Bit of a run around the track and fill in that 5 minutes. No.
Yeah, we'll jump on board. We'll jump on the top of his car. Oh, never mind. Then. Never mind.
Oh, he's cutting the track.
Oh, big cut. All right. Now let's see. Does he stay out or does he come into the pits? Okay, he stays out. Let's go on board. Take a look at the onboard here for Oran Park. Down to turn 1 and 2. Very fast. Got to watch your braking. Don't want to run too wide there. Under the bridge, down into 3. Using quite a bit of curb there. At the moment, down to 4. You come on top of the bridge here. Over the top you go. A lot of flow through here. You got to watch it. You don't get too loose out of here, otherwise it ruins the lap. Into 6 and 7 and 8. Now down to 9. Beautiful handling here by Chris. Here we go. This is where he had a bit of a moment lap before. Down to 12, stadium section. And out onto the main straight once again. So a lot of flow involved in a hot lap around Oran Park here. Should be interesting to see how the drivers now handle it for 30 minutes. A very busy lap though, I will say.
It is a very busy lap, turning for a lot of the time around this lap. Pretty much the only time you really get a rest is when you finally hit that main straight, and even that's not all that long.
Yeah, I think once you hit the main straight, you think, whew, okay, I can rest, and then just in the next breath, you think, oh damn, I got to start turning again. So, yeah, interesting to see how this all goes through.
Certainly works tyres as well. Phoenix Race Team there for Team Valor. Great to see Phoenix Race Team out there. Obviously, Laz and Rehan, great supporters of the league. Rehan Lianagay picking up the win on Tuesday night in the V8. It's very cool to see. And if Matchfit are listening, it is Lianagay, not Leonage.
I've always
just not to. Well, it's a criticism, but it's a constructive criticism. Like, that's how you say it. Just get it right next time.
Oh man. Oh man. All right. Well, I've always said it as Leonage. I mean, that's the only way I see it as. But I mean, look, everyone announces it differently.
I can confirm it is definitely Lianagay.
All right. Well, fair enough. Thanks for that one, Shay. Now I know what to call it next time if he's ever in the league with us. So currently, just taking a look at our top 10, waiting for a couple of more drivers to jump into their cars. But we'll take a look at our top 10 quickly. Waiting for just one more driver to hit the track at the moment. There he is there. So starting off on the pole is Jaco Fenter for Gamma Flare Sim Racing, the McLaren. Next to him is the Trans-Tasman racing machine of Russell Pepperell, also in a McLaren. And then third is Sean McNamara in another McLaren. So 3 McLarens off the top 3 spots in this one. Followed by Dylan Shepherd in the OPR Audi and Darren Lobb in the Ferrari there as well. Alex Sprague will follow suit. Sorry, my timing has just gone a bit off. I think everyone's moving now, so apologies for that. So Darren Lobb will be followed by Adam Hughes. And we've also got Jordan McConnell, Reese Wakefield, Alex Sprague, Hugo Allen. So these are your top 10. As the drivers now come around the final corner, the iRacing safety car will peel off. Let's go GT3 racing one more time, 30 minutes. Lights are out and we are racing. Look at that, 4-5 wide once again. Jaco leads the field away.
Oh,
Watch out, oh, big off in the background. Who was that? That was a huge ball.
Jordan McDonald off in the 34 Ferrari.
So we've had a couple of big offs there now, and Jaco still leads the field away. Dylan Shepherd tried for a move around the outside of turn 2. It didn't work. You can see them all filing on through now. Oh, another couple of big offs there in the background. Their drivers trying to make their way. Oh, there's a big off there. I think that was the Phoenix Racing Team car, Steve Vella. It's just had a big whoops. This is absolutely insane.
Looking very familiar to last week, where once again everything pretty clean in the first race, and then everything has just popped off in the second race. It's going crazy out there.
Absolutely has. This is absolutely insane stuff. Glad for you to be with us, folks. For those that are watching, depending on your choice of platform. Oh, we got a big off there up in the stadium section. I just saw smoke. Oh, there's a car stopped in the stadium section. That looks to be Ryan Delaney potentially. And looks like Jaco still leads. Oh, there you go in the background there. Nope, sorry, may not have been Ryan Delaney. I do apologize. Oh, no. Oh, he's had a bit of a lose. Okay. Bit of a lose. You can see the bumper's just a bit loose there. Okay, so he might be suffering a bit of damage. So apologies to those watching, also to Wayne. Unfortunately, our producer's having to try and find where all the action is at the moment. We've had some
that's a cool
big
shot.
everywhere. That is a cool shot there. You can see them coming on through. Oh, big push there. Philip Antoon getting pushed around.
Oh,
big smoke. What's happened there? Oh, big off. Whoa, what is going on here?
we had the Demolition Derby and the V8s here on Tuesday night. I think they've got their wires crossed and they've come into race 2 thinking they've read the memo of the Demo Derby at Oran Park and they think it's tonight.
Oh man, this is absolutely insane. I think a lot of these drivers have been playing Wreckfest lately.
I think they're playing Wreckfest right now, aren't they, by the look of it?
Wreckfest right now, and you don't get to. You have to pay for those repairs. Oh man, what a race we're seeing so far here. Reese Wakefield now currently in behind Hugo Allen, who won race 1 earlier tonight in the 20-minute race. Now looking for a move on Sean McNamara. Switch back. Dive of the
Oh, that's a
inside.
bold move.
That is
Safety car, safety car, safety car. Sean Ward's in front as it was called.
okay. So I think maybe our esteemed race controller has decided that maybe a safety car might calm everyone down a little bit. Oh man, what a start! What a start by everyone. That's absolutely crazy. So 3.5 minutes in, and we get the safety car.
Yeah, I can tell you the race radio has been very busy. Plenty of incidents getting called in, and there's going to be plenty to look at on the replays as we see Louis Robertson here on replay. What's going to happen to Louis through the dog leg? Oh, just gets
Oh, getting
loose,
pushed by
gathers up,
Shane.
and then gets the
Oh,
hit into the tyres. That's just unfortunate. He got loose, had to get out of the throttle, and Shane
yeah.
Edgar not anticipating that Louis was going to be getting out of the throttle there.
That's the one that I saw at the stadium section, so I do apologise to calling the name wrong there. Here we go. More carnage here. This is
Oh.
Steve Vallett. This is the opening lap. Getting tangled up with the Vodafone Ferrari in the background there. You can see Robert Henry going past with no rear wing on his car. Chris Thomas running very, very wide out of turn number 3.
Potentially at that moment, the gravel might have been the safest place to be, though.
I think it might have been as well. That was absolutely crazy. Looking back at Christian Jenkins here. Bit of a tangle. Oh, so try to avoid the Mustang getting tangled up with, I think that might have been the Nexus machine there. I'm not too sure, but that was a big tangle up there. Oh, here we go. So that's what happened to Robert Henry. So he got sent wide at turn 1, backed it up into the tyres and lost the rear wing. Oh, then where do you find a safe spot to come back on?
Yeah, not sure that was it.
Oh, it's just absolutely insane. There you go. There's more there. So Braden O'Loughlin coming off as well. One of the Ferraris trying to rejoin there as well. So, oh man, there's going to be so much to unpack here for everyone. And it looks like that Ferrari there that just rejoined there has also gone off again. So
Yeah,
absolutely so much to unpack, Shane.
absolutely. I'm not sure what time the guys in race control have to go to work tomorrow. I'm not so much concerned about whether they get to bed tonight in time as to whether they're finished by the time they have to start work in the morning.
I think maybe just continue going through the incidents reports while you're at work, depending on what kind of job you have. I think if you have an office job, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, I think they'll be all right.
Yeah. Maybe during their 15-minute break, they can look through the incidents and try and figure out what's what. Oh man, absolutely insane stuff. Well, quickly run through the top 10 since we have a breather for everyone. So Jaco Venter leads this one behind the AMG GT4 safety car, followed by Russell Pepperell in the Trans-Tasman Racing McLaren. Adam Hughes up into 3rd, so up 3 spots from where he started. Sean McNamara dropping down 1 in the SuperCars NZ Sky 83 machine there, so our admin's in 4th at the moment. Behind him, Hugo Allen, very, very fast in the Lamborghini. Reese Wakefield follows him in the BMW, followed closely by Alex Sprague in another Lambo. Also showing a lot of pace there. Nicholas Peck in P8, Blake Greenhall in P9, and Jet Adams in P10. Jensen Bate in 11th, Alex Marek in 12th, Stefan Adams in 13th, Miles Burgess in 14th, Darren Lobb down to 15th. So that's a bit of a drop for him. Josh Thompson in 16th, Shane Edgar 17th, Dylan Shepherd. Sorry, Shane Edgar 17th, Dylan Shepherd 18th, Lee Swinney in 19th, Edward Fakori in 20th, James McKenzie in 21, Jonathan Turner in 22. Then a trio of McLarens, Philip Antoon, Heath Mannon, and Rob Carwood, 23, 24, and 25. Ben McMurray in 26. Ben McMurray there. Shout out to Ben McMurray with the Broadcasting Lounge logo on the front of the Porsche. Love to see it. We then have Brett O'Keefe in 27th, Braden O'Loughlin down to 28th after the big off. Jordan McDonald, Christian Jenkins in P30, Steve Vella 31, Tony Nicholas in 32, Chris Thomas, Robert Henry, Oliver Foote, Aaron Goodrick, Louis Robinson, Kyle Bork, Thomas McCall, and Aaron Timpley. Vota Buerta in 41. Gone down quite a bit. Dan Turner, Jay Lingard, I think down a bit further back. There's Jay Lingard there, quite a way back there. So that is our field. We also have Sebastian Bade, Connor Franson as well, who are in the pits at the moment. And then we have Ryan Delaney in 47. We do have Sid Benjifer in here as well, but he has not jumped onto the grid. He wasn't there for race 1, so not too sure what has happened to him.
So 44 cars on track currently anyway. As they restart, the safety car pulling away currently, and the 44 cars are going to be headed up by Jaco Venter, who, when asked on his sign up to tell us a little bit about himself, he says, "I dream of a better tomorrow where chickens can cross the road and not be questioned about their motives." I think I'm with you there, Jaco. That's probably about the best thing we can hope for at the moment.
Oh man, I think everyone's gonna be praying now for a better tomorrow now after this one. Oh man, here we go. Man, I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing at that quote. That's actually quite hilarious. We're going back green flag racing here, 10 minutes down, so pit window will be open. Jaco leads us away. Russell Pepperell in second. Adam Hughes dancing around trying to find a gap to get into second. Big dive on the outside for Hugo Allen. Has not worked out for him very well in that one. Look for Alex Sprague. He'll be looking for a move there on Reese Wakefield as they come on through. So Reese Wakefield currently surrounded by a couple of real-life champions. Hugo Allen, the Toyota 86 champion here in New Zealand, and Alex Sprague, the South Island 2K Cup champion here as well. And Sean is going to be feeling the pressure now. Now that the safety car's gone, the safety car can't save him here. Look at Hugo Allen now. He's going to be possibly looking for a move into 12. Let's see if he can make this work. Around the outside, might look for a switch back. Here we
Pit
go.
window was open now. Watch for anybody to jump into pit lane and get out of traffic here. Take the early pit stop.
And I'm not too sure who's going to want to do that. We'll keep an eye on that one though, Shane. We will do. Oh, look at that. There you go. So down the inside goes Hugo Allen, gets it done. Now Sean will now have to contend with Reese Wakefield and Alex Sprague in behind him. So now this lets Hugo Allen go up into P4. And already we're looking at some traffic here. Reese Wakefield on the inside.
Oh.
And watch for Alex now. Alex going to follow through. So Sean's going to lose 2 for 1. Look how close they are. There we go. Looks like Sean Vella, looks like Vella's gone off there in the background. I think we've got a lot of lap traffic here to deal with. Hugo Allen now looking for a move on Russell Pepperell. The speed is still being shown by Hugo Allen. Here we go.
Oh, big send down the inside.
That was a big send. Oh, gotta watch the exit. Oh, Russell going straight for defense.
Yeah, Reese Wakefield right there, and Russell having to look at his mirrors and defend from Russell Pepperell, and he's going to get down the inside. So Reese Wakefield down the inside. gets that position into P5, P4, but Hugo Allen sitting P3 already. And who's that in the gravel?
One of the McLarens, I think there might have been Vota Blitzer, unfortunately having a bit of a moment out there at the moment. There's Shane Edgar as well getting in amongst us. So already we've hit some lap traffic. Someone's gone off up ahead as well off the track. But this doesn't affect Yoko. He's out at the moment now. Built a little gap to Adam Hughes. We'll see when he decides to make his pit stop. Bit of a gap being played between Adam Hughes and Hugo Allen at the moment.
I think there are a few people that, with the timing of that 10-minute window, were able to just follow the safety car in to make their first pit stop. We did see some cars in the pit lane as I called that the pit window was open, so I think that potentially explains why we're seeing some lap traffic so early after the restart here.
Yeah, definitely are. Maybe they were hoping for a second one to help them get further up on the order. Alex Sprague now for a move. Gets it done on one of the lapped cars there. So now everyone's filing on through. Russell Pepperell now looking for a move on the Corvette in front of him. I think that might be right off Jenkins up ahead. So lap car's getting in the way already. Stay on board here with Russell. Let's see where he decides to make the move stick. He's going to go into the pit lane. That seems to be a jinx that I seem to have on this series. That every time I want to go on board with someone, they sense that I'm there and then they go, nope.
Well, it happens to the best of them. I remember a few years ago at Bathurst 1000 in real life during practice. Every practice session, every time they tried to jump on a car and do a hot lap, and Neil Compton would start setting up for the hot lap, the car would dive into pit lane every time without fail.
Oh man, unfortunately, I think it's just I think it might be a bit of a glitch in the system there. Getting back at the live here, Adam Hughes. Oh, he's gone up ahead now of Jaco Fenter. Want to see what happened here? Here we go. So down the main straightaway. Traffic, look at that. Adam Hughes has somehow found a bit more speed in that car as he gets past not only Jaco, but also one of the lapped Mercedes in the background there. So brilliant move done by Adam Hughes in the 41 there. OPR Gamma Fleet machine. So halfway through this one, Shane. Pretty eventful start, but I think we've now sort of settled down a little bit.
Yeah, the safety car did seem to settle everyone down a bit, got them into single file, and I think maybe helped them collect their thoughts after that chaotic start. Adam Hughes, obviously we just saw the replay of him taking the lead there. He's also just done the fastest lap on the last lap of a 103.18, so now that he's got some clear air, he is flying out front and building a gap. But Hugo Allen, sitting in third position at the moment, winner of race 1, and sitting within 2 seconds of Jaco Venter, so he's on the way.
Yeah, absolutely awesome stuff to see here. So we'll see now what happens as we get into the business end of this race. Alex Sprague right now currently looking at the rear of Reese Wakefield's BMW and maybe looking for some moves here. Sean McNamara in 6. Our admin who's jumping into some of the championships, having a bit of a blast at the moment. Looks like there's Brett O'Keefe, a company behind him, who's a lapped car in the back, but this is now blocked Blake Greenhall. Oh, that's gonna hurt for Blake. He's stuck behind a couple of lapped cars. He's still trying to get past.
Oh. Yeah, it's frustrating around here because the lap cars can only do so much to get out of the way, and on track like this where it's so tight and twisty and short, it's just so hard to find that right place to get out of the way where, and especially when that pack of lead lap cars are coming through so close together, where do you do it where you're not suddenly ending up in the way of the next car behind them as well?
Yeah, definitely will. I mean, that's correct there, Shane. You know, like you say, I mean, this track is just so narrow, and I mean, you know, you wonder how a supercar can do it. You know, when you look at some of the old racing, you know, you look at what the old supercar can do around here. Now, like you say, 40 GT cars. I mean, that's a massive step up from what we normally see around this track.
Replay here of Philip Antoon putting a pass on Tony Nichols. Tony maybe just let him go there a little bit, I think, or
Yeah.
maybe just potentially running wide.
Yeah, so few positions being made. You go, Alan. Now.
Oh, that-
no! Oh no!
Oh,
That
that is big!
Oh, that was
Jaco Venter
Jaco.
caught up in that.
And right by pit entry as well, so now you can make that compulsory pit stop a lot earlier than what I assume he would want to do it for. I was just going to say, Hugo Allen was on the rear of Jaco Venter and was looking for a move to be done. Oh, here we go. Look at this replay here, on board with Hugo Allen. This will give us a perfect indication of what's going on here. Oh, just trying to get past one of the other McLarens there, and unfortunately has seen... Oh, and there was a bit of a touch there, interlocking wheels, and he's gone into the wall there. So, bit of a shame for Jaco Venter at the moment. That's going to hurt. He's in the pit lane now with a black flag. That's going to hurt him now. Probably got a bit of damage to repair on that McLaren. So, Hugo Allen now is now in second, chasing down Adam Hughes, Reese Wakefield, and Alex Sprague in third and fourth. Absolutely just huge racing here.
Short and Blake not separated by much. They're always racing together on track, and no different here tonight. They've just got the Simlax car in between them there, which I think might be Rob Carwood.
Yeah, I think it might actually be Rob Carwood. I think if it is Rob Carwood, he might have been involved. Yep, there he is there. So I think he was the one, unfortunately, involved with that incident with Jaco coming onto the straight out of 12.
You certainly got the bumper missing, which is probably a bit of a dead giveaway there.
Oh, here we go. Another replay out of Rob Carwood's view. Watch for Jaco now. He's going to come up the inside. Trying to avoid the Mercedes.
I don't think Rob necessarily did anything wrong there. He's got the Mercedes having his own incident in front of him. Needs to try and get around him, and unfortunately Jaco's turned up on the scene and tried to get around everybody and just ran out of room there.
Yeah, that is a bit of a bummer there for Rob there. Unfortunately, like you say, I mean, what can you do? I mean, you're the innocent party in the whole thing, so no need to go overboard on that one. Robert Henry now looking for a move on Rob Carwood. This is actually full position. So a move being made. Rob's defending pretty big there. So you're allowed to move over once, but you can't move over multiple times under braking.
Oh, nervous in the rear, gathers it up.
We'll stay on board with this one, actually. We'll see if Robert can get something done here.
That certainly gave Robert the run, but just nowhere to go through that part of the track. So can Rob Carwood, battle of the Robs, can Carwood get it together enough to get the momentum onto the front straight, or is Henry going to have the run on him down and towards turn one? Oh, it's going to be close.
We might have some luck with the slipstream here, Shane. About to go down into one. And then down to two. All right, so might have to wait maybe for Rob to see if he can just apply the pressure. Maybe he can try and get Rob Carwood, to be a little nervous. Might be able to allow him to lose a little bit more in that one as one of the Porsches there. Just getting out of the way of this battle here. I think that might have been Dan Turner getting out the way there. Here we go. So 22.5 minutes have passed in this one. The top 6 in the field still to pit. And as I say that, Reese Wakefield and Alex Sprague have come into the pits. Still a few more battles to tick off here in this one. This is a long pit lane. Oh, watch out for Hugo Allen. Trying to get past, I think it was Philip Ansoon there.
Having to take to the grass there, and that's critical with those cars that he was battling with having just come to the pit lane. He's out front by himself now, but he still needs to come into the pits and take his compulsory pit stop, and those guys are going to have a chance to catch up.
Oh yeah, definitely will. So he can't be making too many more mistakes like that. So we'll keep an eye on where he comes out in that one. Reese Wakefield and Adam Hughes have come out. So Adam Hughes in the Mustang will lead away. We'll see where Hugo Allen ends up. Hugo Allen's now come in. So he's responding. The McLaren's there up ahead of Alex Sprague's missing a bumper.
Update from the Battle of the Robs. Robert Henry has gotten past Rob Carwood.
All right, so he's made that move stick. Here we go. Got a bit of a replay here, thanks to Wayne, our producer. Let's see what happened here. Was there a bit more to the story? No, just a good run out of the final corner. Whoa, almost into the wall did go Carwood. And this is now brought in. That's a really good pass there. So Robert Henry makes it stick, and he's gotten past, and also gets past Jay Lingard as well in the KSL machine.
Unfortunately, all pretty clean and legal, so no robbery going on there.
So this is the night of puns, mate. Come on. This is the first points paying round of the season, and we get a night of puns from Shane White. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're done. Oh, man, this is awesome stuff. I think, Shane, you've been reading from the Golden Book of jokes, mate. I mean, that was actually brilliant. That was brilliant. I'll give you 10 points for that one, mate.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Oh, man. But back to the seriousness of this one. So 25 minutes down, just past 25 minutes down of this one. So we're less than 5 away from the end of this one. Adam Hughes has gone past Hugo Allen now. Reese Wakefield in third. So the order has now fixed itself now that we've had our pit stops out the way. Hugo Allen currently has the fastest lap, 102.28. Very, very fast is Hugo Allen, and he's trying to get past some lap traffic here. Oh, bit of a block. Trying to get past the lap traffic there, as he knows Reese Wakefield's come for him as well. Awesome.
Hugo's got 3 seconds, just over 3 seconds to make up to Adam Hughes. He's got about half a second to lap over him at the moment, although well, actually the last lap pace is only going to tell us Hugo's lap time, pit lap time. So we can't read too much into that at the moment, but in terms of fastest laps, Hugo's certainly half a second in hand over Adam Hughes, so it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out in the remaining 4 minutes or so. I think it might be a bit too much of a gap to close up at this stage.
Well, looking at our last lap time now, 103.0 was for Adam Hughes, 103.4 is for Hugo Allen, so that's our last lap times there. So now Hugo Allen's been let loose out of the pit lane. Philip Antoon looking for a move, gets it done on Lee Swinney and makes it stick. No, he doesn't. Lee's going to come back at him down the front straight. Down into turn 1. Oh, cut across the nose. Did Philip. And he's gone and made that one stick. So Philip Antoon now up into P7. His next target will be Sean McNamara. So, absolutely awesome bit of racing here. Lee Swinney running that Ferrari, looking nice and bright, standing out for in the colours that he's decided to run this season. Here we go. Shane Edgar now. Looking for a move on Rob Carwood. Yeah, big Mustang on the little McLaren. Big power difference here.
That's what I love about GT3 racing. You got so many different body styles, different drivetrain styles, just so many different cars built in different ways, doing different things. And with BOP, it can be controversial at times, but it's amazing how they can make them so competitive, so close to each other with such different cars.
Oh yeah, absolutely fantastic. I mean, you see it a lot with some really iconic GT events around the world. Of course, recently was the Spa 24-hour, and I mean the racing is just epic. If the BOP is also right as well, oh, you can almost see inside the door of the McLaren of Rob Carwood. That's pushed him wide. He's going to have some more company there as well. He's got Rydolph Jenkins behind him. Nope, sorry, I might have that wrong. So he's got Louis Robinson behind him, but that's a lapped car. So Louis Robinson, unfortunately, is a couple laps down. So Rob Carwood's got a bit of a gap now to Christian Jenkins, so he might be all right for the time being. We've got a minute left in this one. The gap between Adam Hughes and Hugo Allen's come down to 1.8 seconds. So
yes, Hugo Allen has found plenty of pace late in this one and brought that gap down by over a second since we last checked in, but he's just going to run out of time. We're probably going to get one more lap in after this one by the look of it.
Yeah, last lap, Adam Hughes, 103.4. Hugo Allen, 102.9. We'll see what it is now. I think Adam Hughes is about to come across the start-finish line once again. 103.3 for Adam Hughes, 102.4 for Hugo Allen. So Hugo's found a lot of pace in that
Almost
car.
a second.
Got a quick replay here. Jaco Fenter. Down the inside, one of the Mercedes.
Oh, beautiful.
Beautifully done. Gets it down to turn 2. That's how you make a pass stick around turns 1 and 2 here at Oran Park. Fantastic to see. Here we go. On board now with Adam Hughes coming across some lap traffic. Oh. That's Jaco, I believe. Back of the McLaren gets out of the way and will come across the line, almost getting in contact there with Hugo Allen. But Adam Hughes will come across the line and win the 30-minute feature here at Oran Park. Congratulations to Adam Hughes. Hugo Allen in second gets a good haul of points to end round 2. Reese Wakefield in third. Alex Sprague in fourth. Russell Pepperell in fifth. Will come across the line. Here he comes around the final corner now. And will come home in fifth place. Well done for the Trans-Tasman Racing Machine. Sean McNamara, our admin, in P6. We have Lee Swinney coming across the line in P7. Good job in the Ferrari. Philip Antoon in P8. Miles Burgess for OPR in another Mustang will come home in P9. And Blake Greenhall will come home in P10. Woo! Well, Shane, that was 30 minutes of fantastic race action. And I think we can safely say, I mean, what a track to start off the points paying portion of this championship.
That was so cool, man. Hugo Allen was absolutely flying on that one. He got down to under a second. 0.85 was the gap at the line. So 1 or 2 more laps, and that would have been really interesting. But Adam Hughes just had enough to keep that margin there and hold him off and get the win there. But what a race. So much action. in the early stages, I think that safety car was needed to calm everybody down, and we have seen a great race since the safety car.
Yeah, absolutely amazing stuff. Awesome stuff by all drivers involved. You can see the OPR boys having a bit of a driving side by side. There you go. There's the burnout celebrations there. So Adam Hughes will now celebrate his win.
Yeah, so 1 and 3 for the Blackout OPR guys. Adam Hughes winning and Reece Wakefield claiming a podium there in third. But a double podium for Hugo Allen as well, with the race win there in race 1 and then managing to overcome the reverse top 10 to get into P2 in the second one. So a good race there or a good night from Hugo. Plenty of points gathered in this one.
Yeah, absolutely awesome stuff. We'll hopefully get to catch up with our top 3 podium in this one. Just wait and see if anyone will join us. But an absolutely fantastic race. So shout out to everyone. So we'll give a quick shout out while we wait to some of our sponsors one more time. Gamma Flare Sim Racing, All Ports Motorsport, and MRP Sim Racing. Be sure to check out all the gear that they have. Fantastic to have them a part of this series, Sim Blacks as well, and of course SuperCars NZ. Don't forget, if you guys want to sign up and be a part of this, you can join us by signing up to the Sim Racing Hub or through the Sim Racing Hub app, and hopefully we'll see you on the grid for the next one. So let's wait and see if we can get any sort of interviews in with some of our drivers. A few more burnouts happening there. You can see that on top of the bridge. One of the Mercs throwing it sideways.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, so look up the Sim Racing Hub on your Apple App Store or Google Play, and you can get that app there and sign up through that for our racing. And obviously, thank you to all those sponsors you listed off there, Brandon. But thank you as well to Race Control, because they have had a very hard job tonight. Plenty of action to look through, and they're going to be very busy continuing to look through that. As a lot of post-race investigations, but I think we've got a couple of people in the waiting room to talk to, Brendan.
All right, so we've pulled in third place Reece Wakefield. Reece, welcome to the Broadcasting Lounge. Bit of a post-race interview here. How did you find that one, mate?
That was a bit chaotic in that second race. It felt like a multi-class race, but in one class. There's definitely a lot of offs, a lot of spins, crashes, and then also a lot of trying to dodge the back markers too. Try not to lose too much ground on either Hugo or Alex Sprague behind me.
I think you can thank your lucky stars that you're in the race car, not in race control. We made a comment earlier. We don't think race control is going to be able to go to work tomorrow with all the incidents they have to have a look at tonight. I mean, that race was chaotic. GT3s on Oran Park. I mean, yeah, it's a good combination, but the track's a little too small, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, they had it in officials last weekend. It is good for GT3 racing, but only if there's like 18 cars. Like tonight we have 49 different drivers on a track that's 1 minute, 2 seconds long. So I don't think there was any space on the track that wasn't covered by a GT3 car.
Yeah, we kind of look at the track map in the first one. It looked like a gigantic, like multicolored snake going around. Like there was really no gap in between one or the other car. Look, you've switched cars this season, going from the Merc to the BMW. How have you found it so far?
Well, I'll give you the hot tip. It absolutely sucks at Oran Park. There was no rear traction on it, so it was very much feather throttling it through half of these corners. But look, it held up right. It held its own. Pretty surprised to come away with podiums on both the races tonight. But I'm definitely looking forward to the tracks coming up, because I know the Beamer's not particularly strong or OP at any tracks, but it is well rounded for the rest of the calendar. So hopefully we can keep up the consistency and work our way from there.
Awesome stuff. Well, anyone you want to thank before we let you go off for the night, Reece?
Obviously, Team OPR and Gamma Flare Sim Racing, the boys put in a lot of work to get all of us to race here and try and put them up the front. Shout out to the boys at Gamma Flare for whipping up our new livery for this season. I think it looks absolutely spectacular. So big shout out to those guys. And shout out to our sponsors, obviously Gamma Flare again and Motec. So big shout out to those guys.
Awesome stuff. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Reese. We'll catch you next week, mate.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.
See ya. All right, so we've now swapped out Reese Wakefield for Hugo Allen. Hugo, first place and a second place. Good haul of points for you.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, I struggled in the second lap in quali, so I didn't really get a good second lap in, but my first lap was actually good enough to still put us in the 5. And yeah, from there it was just trying to use the pace of the Lambo. Lambo's pretty good around Oran Park, so just trying to use that to get through everyone. Had a good first race and then just got caught in traffic through the whole second race. So yeah, pretty tough, but yeah, pretty rough for a few of the boys up the front that got taken out by blue flag runners.
Yeah, unfortunately, this track is a bit short and unfortunately we do get caught up in a bit of the traffic, especially with 49 cars. Reese Wakefield said it best. You know, GT3 racing does work good around here, but only with about 18 cars. How much of your real life experience have you taken from racing? I mean, I know your real life experience involves 86s, but how much of that real life experience have you taken putting into this?
Yeah, I don't think I've really had an experience like that in real life, to be honest. That was pretty crazy. But no, like there's everything translates pretty well. The only thing on the sim is that you can take a bit more risk because you're not going to put your life on the line or the the financial side of it on the line. So
Yeah.
no, there's lots of translation, but unfortunately, it's just it's one of those things that it is different because it's about the competition almost more so rather than how much money you got to get there, which is cool. So I quite like that. But yeah, there's lots that translate.
Absolutely awesome. Well, Hugo, anyone you want to thank before we let you go off for the night, mate?
For sure. Thanks to the whole Auto Moves team. We're a growing team. So thanks to Jordan and Dylan for running the whole program, and obviously all the supporters, Apex Labs and Blacks, Edge Overlays, all those that support the team. It's pretty cool what we're building in this part of the world.
Yeah, absolutely awesome stuff. It's a big community, and it's just going to keep growing. So thank you so much for joining.
Easy. Thanks, mate.
See ya, matey. All right, so we've just now had a word with Hugo Allen. Shane, we'll let you take this one, mate. Adam Hughes, our race winner from race 2.
G'day.
Yeah, Adam, congratulations. Good win there. You had Hugo Allen chasing you down towards the end, but you had just enough gap to hold on.
Yeah, I think I got lucky with the lap traffic and then him not so much. He got sort of balked quite a bit with a few backfield markers. I think he should have won or probably even raced for that matter because they'd obviously done running here. And I get it's a lucky circuit, depending on traffic. But yeah, I just think everything just aligned. So I won't say no. It's a hard-earned win, but yeah, certainly won't say no, put it that way.
Yeah, it's fair cool. What did you make of the racing tonight? Certainly plenty of action on track for us to look at it. What were your thoughts there?
I sort of mimic what Reece said. Like if it's a 15 to 20 car field, then it's pretty good. But like 49 is a good field, but not for here. Like it's just every single space is just filled with a car. Like there's no, you can't breathe. You're constantly either looking forward or you're driving in your mirror to see what's happening. So yeah, made it very interesting. That's for sure.
Yeah, certainly looked very busy. I think you probably earned a drink. But before you go and grab a drink, any sponsors you want to shout out?
Just obviously thank you, gents, for doing another season of this, and obviously, commentating again, obviously, and broadcasting, and obviously to shout out to Race Control for doing this again and putting up with tonight because I know tonight was bloody busy for them. Shout out to simrigs.com, obviously the boys at One Performance Racing, technical partnership with Motec. Huge shout out to Gamma Flare Sim Racing and Jacko for coming on board. MPC, Night Rider Designs, and obviously shout out to the other half for watching tonight's race.
Fantastic. Sounds like you've already started on the drinks, so we'll let you go and carry on. Congratulations again on the win.
Yeah, cheers, boys. Hopefully we won't have a repeat of last season where I DNF'd in the last race. I won the first race last season, so hopefully it'll be a little bit better this season.
Cheers, mate. Good luck.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Well, that wraps up our interviews for tonight. Thank you so much for everyone for joining us. It has been an absolute pleasure. Shane, any last comments from you, mate?
Well, I need to catch my breath after that because that was absolutely insane. So I'm just going to say thank you, Brandon, for your words tonight because I think you were talking more than I was, and I could barely figure out what was going on. So you did well to keep on top of all the action.
Oh, absolutely awesome stuff. Well, thank you so much for everyone for joining us. Shout out to special shout out to our producer Wayne for putting this all together and for keeping up with the action himself. Thank you so much to you, Shane, for joining me in commentary. Well, that is it from us, folks. Don't forget Mugello 450 coming up this weekend, and of course, don't forget to sign up for the Sim Black SuperCars NZ Triple Crown Enduro. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.